Trolling Excel.
Open systems take the fight. No lockdown firmware, no hidden byte.
Welcome everyone to more after work performance tuning here on the RISC-V promotion channel with our precious framework 13. It's also freaking warm. Let's maybe finish. Not the best thing to have that on the table with my precious prototype things. So much for hydration. So we want performance. The only substitute for performance is more performance. Let's grab our USB debug here. UART to debug. Yay. And so which port was which? Which port did power? I should have made a video. Let's see if this connects on the first try. Sometimes it doesn't. Power is here. And let's... Oh. I forgot. Okay, let's try something new. Let's try the display port because I have actually that's a good test to test. Let's plug in the display port little thing, and I forgot where it powers, man. Oh, I have. Okay, probably it. Okay, let's try if it powers from that port, and then I should make a photo if that works. Here from that port, whether that powers, I have no idea. Welcome, Dr. Mesa. Yeah, this will probably be nothing of your caliber. We looked into this yesterday. This might only be 2 API calls or so, but oh, I need to be careful not to upset here my pipewire audio things. Did I turn on the horizon? Maybe not yet. Need to be, I mean, theoretically we should only build, like, given the temperatures here, and welcome everyone. And given the rising temperatures, we should kind of not turn the horizon on because it's already 30 degrees in the office. So let's see what happens. Okay, we have display here. That's a good start, because theoretically it would be good if after work party this week we optimize so that I can present from that. Of course, we should have optimized this for months already, but we have tiny little. I mean, yes, I didn't have to update all the repository things, but yeah. 19 things. Cannot RISC performance optimize everything every day. Let's see what's on this port. I have no idea. Nothing is on this board. System D timer jumped backwards. What? Cancel. Okay, maybe I cannot capture that for you then. Also, maybe I cannot present from that then if. Okay, some other day I need to, now that I have a primary display on these things, and 100 ND days of co-working. That is amazing. Welcome. That is gold of co-working gold. Okay, things. Let's first log in. Does this, sometimes it endless loops here. Okay, today it doesn't. Okay, let's see what Hyperlink does. So KDE is too slow. I think we maybe should start to have Hyperlink installed. Okay, I have it installed. Amazing. What's my username? User? Okay, let's run software only, because software only I want to optimize first. Let's see, did Hyperlink run or did it crash? Oh, that aborts. Why does this? Yeah, so it starts. Do we have sway? Does sway work? Okay, sway works. Yay! At least something. Amazing. You don't see that, but trust me, it's there. What was the IP address of this thing? Yeah, preparation is always, it's of course the overhead. What customers don't understand. Why did we have to pay hours of like, yeah, setting up all the stuff, right? So 184. But this customers, you get it for free. Thanks to your live streaming. Was it 84 or is it ever changing .84 address? 84, probably fine. So, I guess we cannot run GLX gears like this. Yeah, that's a little bit so. GLX, is it even, wait, let's maybe better run EGL gears Wayland. So that should be software only. Failed to get driver name, failed to retrieve driver. That's cool. Okay, that GLX gears works, the X GLX gears work. 269 frames can we? So this should be fully software. I need to get used to this keyboard. Can we make this show here somewhere? Oh, actually I meant, actually there was a way. Too many keys. Yeah, too many test systems. Are we live? Things live. There was a way, I think when I Tmuxed, I think if I Tmux here and then Tmux attach here and then GLX gears here, this works. Look, this works. Okay. That should be software. Right now we have hardware, but first I want to LVM things. Actually, it says bits. That's interesting. I would not expect this to vectorize. Honda Mesa project and LVM pipe, yes. I mean, to find out whether this vectorizes, we would need to attach a debugger. We could potentially read the vector state in the kernel, whether the vector registers are dirty, aka used. We could build Mesa with debugging and dump the instructions. There is some LVM pipe dump instruction things. But I don't think there is a chance this currently can vectorize. So let's rebuild this. So let's make here some nodes. So software. Do we have EGL? So this did somehow not work. EGL. This might actually work through. What performance do we get here? Does this not, hello, performance? Does this not print? And why does this not work? That is funny. Why is this stuff always so everything like 2005 news distributions, every combination doesn't work? Did I not say a higher performance initially? But okay, YOLO. Right now that's okay, that's warming up, cache warming up okay. Okay, it's probably okay. So let's store that for a moment. That's baseline. Whereas earlier, I'm sorry, I'm a little busy right now. Then log into server. And what is the detected target hostings on the machine LLC version shows that? Interesting. You know things. At this rate, you soon know more than I do. LLC version. Registered targets. Oh, that's also wrong. What do you say? LLC. Generics this one. Generic RV, that's what we passed to LVM also. So we did see here yesterday, and maybe we should shuffle that a little bit to how I usually have that. Which version do I have on there? 26.5, okay. Which version precisely? Since it's no vectorization and does it? No, it didn't. You probably missed yesterday's stream. We pre-looked into that. I checked this last night, or yesterday afternoon. And that's why I had this on my to-do for quite some weeks already. RVA 23. Okay. Do we have this build still? We have your assumption. The question is, do we have a complete build? Man, I don't use how. Man, I don't know how to run my own stuff anymore, man. So yeah, that's a built-in panel, by the way. It's a Framework 13 Pro thing. That totally didn't. Why not? Which version do I have in there? Just edited this. 26.6. What do I have here? Oh, 26.5. That explains the thing. Also, this info set 120 bits. Mine things does say 256 bits. Okay, whatever. This might not have updated. Maybe we should fix this. What? Too many builds. I might have wiped it. I don't quite remember. Oh shit, did I wipe the whole build? I might have wiped the build in some infinite wisdom. Maybe that build is more complete. How many builds were even also not more complete? Oh shit, what have I done here, man? That's off to a good start. I mean, we could quickly build that, probably only takes 1 hour. It's not really what I wanted to do right now. But the 6 is more complete. Too many test builds. All I need is Mesa. Xanta, how you doing? Yeah, ironically, I just wanted to purchase storage, you know, this is my all work. It's amazing. Welcome, everyone. Okay, maybe that's complete. So this is a little bit comparing apples and oranges then, because the other build had RV, had vector, like Mesa built as vector, but it's like, yeah, it's not ideal. It is, I mean, I could tweak it behind the back, but so Mesa finally. Is this fully configure? Yes. How did we build this? We built this with Ninja. So we yesterday pre-tested or pre-looked into that. Do we have that here? No. Maybe, where did I somewhere extracted LVM? Where are we? 21? Magician? No, I'm just a relatively pretending to hard-working computer scientist. Good afternoon. Yes, welcome. Come on in. We are open. Just need more hydration. A little bit very dangerous now. My life hack is putting drink better on the floor than next to framework prototype. So we had here generic RVA. I think it was, what was it, RV-64 generic. maybe here. So here we saw already yesterday, yeah, that here is all not ideal, but so the question is here hypersparks. It's so crazy good. Okay, vectors. So here we have things. I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, it's totally not ideal. It's absolutely not scaling nonsense here. So we saw this here yesterday, which is also horrible. Like somehow, yeah, everything we need to do better. What should I say? So we should have vector. Oh, holy shit, yes. Yeah, RV, IMV. Let's first. What do they even do here? Oh, that is a defined. That is a system call query thing of things. Wonderful. Let's first try to enable. Let's first try to do this cheaply. So in Mesa they just hard code that, and that currently gives us 0 things. We somewhere need here feature. Okay, maybe this actually does this. Maybe we could even optimize PowerPC depending on if Altivec enables here. Where do we have? They only have that. AVX, for instance, it's safe to use, which needs I support according to. Yes, I know. Why don't we wipe codes it? Okay, let's try it first to find. We had here somewhere features. I'd hoped they had here features. Did we wipe code this yesterday? Did we ask ChatGPT? How is this so slow, man? Actually, we asked ChatGPT. So LVM detects the features, but it's not a CPU tab, it's generic plus features. Yeah, so for your RISC-V, you have seen for RISC-V, they have very few CPU tabs anyway. And then you have their plus feature bits like plus AVX and plus vector and things. Here, features, create target machine features, string features, target description, processor. Target here is something, attribute things, target CPU, target features, So I would want some things here. Features until. Get feature bit validate. Parse subtarget features, FS features, string, initialize subtarget dependencies, triple TT, string ref CPU, tune CPU, FS. FS is features, huh? Has Mesa some provisioning here for features, add features, attributes? Is this here? Attrs, attrs, film attrs, add features. So that's somehow not very reassuring. Does this come out of string features? Should MB add features? Vector string attrs, LP build full attrs. Where is that thing here? Actually, here is MCPU. Add features. How's the weather? Too hot lately? Yes, there is a thing called global warming climate crisis, and yes, Germany has every year since 100 years become warmer, and so we have peak warm. We have peak heat, yes. More vibe coding, exactly, and things. Linguistic analogy and without myself, just another area which linguistics, it's amazing. So the reality for everyone for always crying vibe coding, the reality is you should understand the code, right? And if I would have written this from scratch, I would know very precisely know where to add that. But like this, here is set GT, set CPU, debug print LLC, MCU options, JT versus JT. Isn't that? Target machine builder. Target machine builder. Target machine builder. Define simple conversion things. Ugh, holy shit. I'm not a fan of such overly complicated C++ APIs. Just check my phone. What else is going on in this world? What's with my friends and family? So, Doctor, if you know precisely where that is, then risk subtarget add features, initialize subtarget dependencies. Paris gets 40 on Wednesday. Yes, same here. Right, good that we do something about climate change with all the right-wing conservative extremists always like, we cannot afford it. We need to burn oil. We need to burn all the drill, baby, oil, drill more. Baby, something and drill. Parse, features, compute. Generic, where is this added? Empty, generic is tune empty. Tune info shouldn't be no pointer. Sub target add features. Which one did I? But here they have target features. Why is no other? Maybe because emitters. Fill emitters. LP build fill. Where is that coming from? I mean, maybe this does it. I don't. Maybe it just does it already. Actually, maybe this works. Because it says how wide is the vector unit. Maybe that actually magically works. Building this. How wide is the vector? Yeah, not that. That should be 256 though, probably, I guess. If this is correct. Why is this not in here? Because it's here. Oh, here, look, here is shit. Do they do RISC-V here? Look, we found something more. Here's RISC-V. Oh, they do that. Wow, they do that already. Can you believe? Cool, we don't need to do something more for that. Good that we verified that someone has done that here. Okay, so that's how that amazing things work. The only thing is we should actually verify that it's working. I also don't really see a reason not to do that for RISCV-64, to be honest. I would expect this to work. You know, it's to have at least something. So, okay, as usual, we wasted 30 minutes, 35 minutes for nothing. Yo. That's sometimes the reality, right? You want to double check. That's, you don't get Phoronix news show, but for this guy verified that even works. Yay. But to get something out of this, more than nothing, we could fill that here for RISC-32 that nobody else cares about. So if RISC-V things, or then we have at least something, we also better double check, then at least we have some minimal change. does this be anywhere in? Do they have that? Oh, they have that. What else do we miss? CPP. Wait, there is actually. Wait, which one? Ah, here. Okay, here they have actually that or the other. Okay, and here they have. I mean, this here is basically identical, right? So basically, yeah. Basically, this could be combined to only conditionalize this thing here, but yeah. Okay, minimally improvement for theoretically RISC-V things. Yeah. Okay, at least we have verified this. Then we can further test things here. So this is already with improved performance. Yay. Then we have other issues. The first issue is currently this doesn't have any. There's been multiple things. The first thing. Oh, this thing gets really hot, man. Oh, that gets really. Oh shit! Does it get hot? Oh, holy shit! Does it get hot? That's not ideal. Oof. And that's even with fans running. It's a pity you don't see this. What was the sway output thing? Sway message. I hate this. Every Wayland shit has other Wayland shit. I so hate this. Read only data. What? Okay, YOLO. Sway output. So yeah, here this. I mean, this is such a fail of Wayland. It's ridiculous. China stopped electronics things. So this does not have display output here. What happens if so much to natively presenting from a RISC-V laptop? So by the way, everything is hot. The USB-C hub is hot, the laptop is hot. Welcome to globally challenged. Carrier on things, unsupported, not valid, CAC space mid into disabling. What? Oh, look. Oh wait, this is. Oh, wait, what? Neck? Huh? What? Oh, did I plug in the wrong? Oh. Cool. It works in theory. Just somehow I plugged in the wrong cable. It appears. Okay, that wasn't the right. Yes, that's the wrong cable. here's the right cable. Then the question is, does it auto? Oh, here we've got something. Dual display on a space mid thing of things. How do we? I forgot. I forgot somehow. Wait, where is this? Ah, here. Here, now you also see it here. Amazing. We do things. Because so the performance with KDE is unusable, unfortunately. So we have a lot to do. Like if we wanted, we basically we should optimize the heck out of this stuff. Let's restart. What was the exit? Control E, Control Q, Control. Just kill it. Let's start with Power VR. This should be hardware. Should. Oh no, the display. Oh no, the display order is different. Yeah. Yeah, Beast Power VR series. Look, what performance. So that's hardware. That's not yet amazing. Theoretically, we need to. Oh yeah, 18 FPS. That's not amazing. Theoretically, we need to understand why. I have no idea why. Besides driver not good. What's here all the load doing? Theoretically, we should debug all the driver stuff, but that's a full-time job. What did I want? RV here. Okay, that's also not ideal. I forgot all the key binding things. Yeah, this is totally not amazing. So we have very little CPU load, so it's totally bottlenecked on GPU things somewhere. I mean, in general, that is the right thing, except it's slow. That's exactly why we want to use a GPU, so that our CPU is idle and stuff. Yeah. The thing is, let's stop it. So we need, yeah, like this, I cannot even use it for anything remotely, seriously. What is this native performance? It's also quite some stutter, to be honest, so that's not, there's also something going on. Actually, this is also printing. Maybe I shouldn't print this so often, but also how should we? Okay, let's first test. What was even the exit thing I saw for? I mean, for one, it's bloody too hot. It's so bloody too hot. It's like as hot as a MacBook like 15 years ago. Like an Intel MacBook. That is not ideal. What was the default quit thing for? Mod shift E, mod shift. Oh yeah, exit. Let's log in again without the one thing that annoys me already with the framework is the keyboard. I'm not a fan of control at the side, like that's obviously some controversial thing. But I mean, sure, I can get used to everything. But it does somehow not fit my use case thing. So where is my mouse cursor? Come. Okay, so without Power VR, it doesn't have micro stutters. I mean, maybe I could present in software. Hello, you okay? I mean, sometimes the stuff also still crashed on me, right? Hello? What's going on here? LibreOffice, are you okay? Why is LibreOffice not coming up? How hot is it at the... Yeah, this thing gets really, really hot. Really hot. Unfortunately, I don't know how much the companies can still optimize it now that... I mean, it's kinda not laptop silicon, right? The problem is that it locked up more often. I mean, theoretically, the thing is, I will alone kinda not find. Where is this? Especially, I don't know how broken my prototype thing is. I have one of the first prototype things here. I also don't really have the time to debug this. So it's currently what? It's currently performance. Permission denied. Oh. What? It's 26 watt. Yeah, what most people Forget. I'm realistic. I always say they need to reinvent decades of CPU, like starting from the CPU frequency scaling and gating stuff that even Transmitter has invented 25 years ago. Okay, now the fan calm down. Yeah, so with CPU frequency scaling, it's better. What was the other? Maybe we should. Okay, with surprise with CPU frequency scaling, do we have 40 degrees? I don't know what it was previously. I mean, yeah, surprise, it's better. I mean, yeah, at least it's, I feel already it's not as scrambled egg burning. The only problem is it wasn't particularly 100% stable, like it was less stable in my testing like that. What's LibreOffice doing? Maybe what we should do is do a complete build, but RVA, like I should have a new build, because the RVA, the vector build was slightly slower, maybe for saving vector state reasons. So maybe I should actually do a completely full how did I call the last build? 15, right? The thing is, I kinda should try to use it productively, like for a week. Okay, with CPU frequency scaling, it's way more comfortable to touch. I mean, certainly not daily, not really daily drivable, especially in this nicely thermal heat conducting metal chassis. Let's do a RVA 22 build, because I had the impressions it was slightly better performing. Also, we changed to OS and did some profiling, so maybe that helps a little bit. Then we could commit now more often hotfix here. Just to archive it for all humankind. Minimally improved stuff here. That probably should work like this, right? Probably should work. LibreOffice not coming up is strange. Maybe I should actually, if I plug in, let's see if USB works here like that. Does this USB detect? Oh, here, this does USB detect. I mean, it doesn't really work the most amazing for some strange reason. This does reliably not start. Good that we tested this. Oh, that did some audio. So the thing we fixed, How fast is this in? And now we have 2 mouse cursors. Yeah, that's software. So it's not ideal, but it is what it is. Yeah, we need to daily drive all architectures, not only Itanium, but also RISC-V, or we don't find bugs. LibreOffice not coming up is strange. This previously did work. That begs the question. Yeah, but at least the output, I guess Dolphin is, I don't know which, like, there are so many variants of GTK and Qt and whatnot. I don't even know what stuff software renders and hardware renders. But I moved implementing my own, like continuing my own UI and implementing my own hardware and software 2D, 3D stack way higher. Because all this upstream stuff is way too complex and also, yeah. What's the Firefox performance like that? I mean, this is actually pretty snappy. It's crazy that Firefox is relatively snappy and KDE is a complete slideshow. But KDE was also relatively single-threaded, right? The KDE Plasma shell was pretty was not pretty. The Plasma shell is completely single-threaded. So, I mean, that's even halfway decently off. Although, I mean, that's a easy side. Let's try like proper new side. Yeah. Eat all my cookies things. I mean, that's usable. How about some let's try if all the advertisements render. What about a completely advertisement things website? So this is a sway thing. I mean, that blitz relatively fast. Okay, but what's with LibreOffice? Strange. Whatever it does, need to debug the too, huh? Oh wait, did we not have some GTK things also hanging? Maybe that's the same thing. Yeah, we have really stupid bugs too. GTK4 is... Why would that shit? Actually, I forgot about this already. We have so much shit. Good that I took this out and tested things. Maybe that's some X-Valence thing of... Interesting. I totally forgot about this. Oof. Oh, why is there always something stupid? Why is I mean, yeah, modern software complex. Yeah, you cannot make this shit up. Like, everything works except this here. And like, it works on Deck Alpha, like it works on SGI MIPS, but not on RISC-V. Flatpak info. Bizarre stuff. Oh wait, what was it? Shift E. Mod control E. What was it? Ah, here, I did it already. Yes, exit. I mean, this technology is so lazy here, right? Like just multiple times this stuff. It's most minimal UI thing. Oh wait, what? Man. Stupid. Didn't want that. All I wanted was exit here. What is that here? Hides this shit? Okay, that's TWM. Let's window maker. I mean, hey, so far it didn't crash. Wouldn't it be funny? Text is so tiny, can't even read it. No, we don't have second output. It also doesn't start with native Xorg server for some reason. I mean, window maker looks pretty sick though. I mean, if they would like DualDix is old school stuff, man. I mean, it's not particularly. Oh no, it came up after a long delay of. I mean, long things. Or actually, maybe I should make a square photo here for Instagram. Goodness. Okay, square is. Man, thank you for WeBack grinding. Yes, thank you for your super thanks. Appreciate this. Yes, WeBack making our Linux more amazing every day. Welcome back. But I mean, I grinded every day, even when I wasn't in my basement. Did this post? Sometimes I leave this up before it's posting. Yeah, we should make our own UI, man. I'm so like S3 accelerated Voodoo Verge. Like, here, look. I mean, that's not the most amazingly representative stuff. I didn't even expect this GTK thing to come up. So this GTK thing only came up after some delay. But like, look at this. I mean, yes, it's tiny. Yes, it's a high resolution display. That would need 150% scaling or whatever. But like Dew, looks as RISC machines. It looks like me, like it's timing out and waiting or something. Like it's totally. The question is just what. And the question is also like it. It's also doing that here on X server. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippis. Did I post this here sufficiently? I mean, yes, I should rise nicer screenshots, but like I'm trying to debug stability and software performance and stuff, right? just some random things, testing things, boost, pose, yeah, surely not. So, tiny UI for ARNs. Yeah, that's a high resolution. That's a pretty amazing high resolution display. Okay, in the meantime, it came up and I forgot to count. Just the usual. Okay, let's try this again with sway. Also, let's try this again with hyper. Does hyperlink without hyperlink come up with? Oh no, it crashed too. Warning: hyperlink is launched without start. It somehow crashes. Would need to debug that too. Somehow there is nothing we do not need to debug, which is should it not be here? Okay, does this ever come up? GTK, but which one did I run? This or the other one? Mississippi. Speaking of which, theoretically we have also. And hello, welcome everyone. Oh, it does come up. But why does it take so long then? And if that, like, okay, but why does it hang so long? What does it futex on here? What does it peephole on? What is going wrong here? 20, is it like 24 seconds? 25 seconds on what? So I need to hydrate, man. I feel the headache. That is the thing is we don't get this stupid timeout on any other architecture. Like even Deck Alpha starts faster. Why the bloody heck is that? But then the question is, what's with LibreOffice? Does this eventually liberate after 25 seconds? Also, this is a new bug. I'm pretty sure we didn't have this bug a year ago on RISC-V. Somehow it's a RISC-V only bug that did not exist a year ago. Yeah, doctor, I saw this. It did pull multiple things. Oh, it eventually continues. Look, I think the progress moved. So we could build this with debug symbols and attach GDB and break on that and backtrace that. Maybe it hangs multiple times here because it starts multiple. Okay, eventually this shit comes up. The question is, how fast would it be? Presentation things. Oh, maybe this starts now also 25 seconds of hanging things. Here, maybe we should patch this donate 2T2 too. Can never get enough donations. Yeah, like this I cannot stand there. It's like, let's wait 25 seconds for some timeout things. Better first without debug signals, which library it's hanging in. Okay, that's an idea. Okay, look, eventually after a couple of 25-second delays, it comes up. Yay. The question is, yeah, it's a little bit annoying with two-mouth cursors. Why is this? Why does it look grayed out? Hello? Somehow this GTK stuff is not... It's funny that it doesn't happen with Firefox. Like, why does it happen with those things, but not with Firefox? That's... because it's also GTK. That's bizarre. G init main loop poll. application run, signal emitter, closure invoke. Is it not? Hey, C++ is too fancy and things. We need to use C and then like C signals, C closures. It's like, yeah, but hey, object orientation and things. And proxy new debus. Warning, AT error retrieving accessible bus. I mean, maybe that is the issue. Maybe that is the root cause. I don't know. Strange is that we don't have this on any other architecture. Maybe Firefox is not doing some standard things and it randomly doesn't occur with it. Do we have any crashes in this log? Do we also like... So far we didn't have here a new crash. Maybe the crash was power spike. I mean, running it for what? Running it for 1 hour. Maybe this board is more stable with a battery, with a second battery power supply. Because like this, I mean, I didn't stress it much, but what was the thing that let's stress it shortly. What was the thing you or we oh, here, T2 updates. What Rust thing did you use the other day? This benchmarky thing. Okay, YOLO. Journal. Whatever the name of the thing was. Journal thing. Oops. Journal things and B. Okay, here's some crashes. Oh, maybe this here. Maybe some things crash here. XDG desktop portal things. Does it crash because G settings schemer things? Okay, some random things crash here. Okay, this was Hyperland. I mean, Hyperland crashes in some Mesa things, yay. This is the future of many cooks. Cooked as 3D library. Kinda new to this channel. Do some patches end up main kernel only available? Of course, we send 30 things upstream. For 25 years I sent stuff. Like initially I sent more. Then after realizing nobody thanks me for that, I sent less. Like recently I thought like if I send more upstream maybe we get more popular, but that didn't help either. I thought I could maybe send 1 patch upstream a day, but after a month I burned out so much that bottom, yes. So yeah, I mean of course, there are patches even in Google Chrome. Is the first fun fact, I kid you not, when Google Chrome was new 15 years ago, and of course I tried to compile it with T2 Linux. Actually, this was the V8 JavaScript engine. The first patch, the first external non-Google patch to V8, to the Google V8 JavaScript engine is from me. It was a tiny patch, but hey, I built it like it was a tiny patch, maybe a one-liner. But hey, it crashed. I built it and it just crashed, and I fixed it and I sent it upstream. Maybe my name is in the Chromium. Like once. Do I have? Actually, let's discover. I'm curious of my name. Theoretically, I don't see a reason why they should have removed my name ever. So maybe my name is in the Google Chromium about things. Updates, fetching things, up-to-date things. Here, let's maybe install this for excessive testing things. So yeah, don't delay, share, like, subscribe. Usually, like, we are back at the forefront of technology things and wasting our time after work with trying random things and fixing random things, technical issues, platform GL things. Oh, I'm running out of space here because that's not good. Maybe I should delete some random things. Oh, I'm running out of space here. That's certainly not ideal. How about we delete some things? Or we can even delete. How about we don't need this here anymore? That immediately frees quite some gigabyte. That surely fixes the issue. Oops, no, not this. I wanted Chrome. I wanted to see the README. And obviously having Chrome around. But also, yeah, Flatpak, right? It's installing mini operating systems next to your main operating system. Like, yeah. Yes, we are around. Like, I do this Linux for soon 30 years. I actually do directly T2. I do for over 20, yeah, for slightly over 20 years. T2 Linux things. Yeah, okay, we're waiting on. Actually, here I wanted to stability test build this with Rust, just to yeah, with this. I mean, we could try to fix it. I just don't understand why this didn't occur on my other builds. Let's stability test this. Bottom right. I'm not sure where. In parallel, so this is crashing due to this enum thing, which strange. We could see if we, I don't know if that's the root cause. I also don't understand why it doesn't happen for other builds, but we could install that here. And see if this is, but also diagnostics, right? Oh, this is installed. Huh? Why does it say it's not installed? Installed on the system. Maybe the issue is just that I didn't install this. Maybe we don't see this in other systems because we properly post-install them. Maybe that is it doesn't work correctly if we YOLO rsync it on a new SSD partition. Kind of bug of wasting our time with not properly installing things. Oh, we have this in post install. Nah. Okay, YOLO. What is it still doing? I mean, usually I run, yeah, bottom, I know. I did test run it on my, I mean, I knew, I just sometimes forget. Tell me how one achieves this level of Linux programming. Just doing it for 30 years helps. But you can, like most of the time I unfortunately wasted just packaging things. That's installed now. How to... Oh, we can probably run Google Chrome web browser. Unfortunately, most of my lifetime I wasted packaging and updating things, as you regularly see here. That's actually super boring, and I'm so glad and helpful that we have more developers who help me with that. Where is the about of this browser thing, like do stay signed out? All I are here. Let's see, is here in you and Google? No, not me and Google. Open source software things. Okay, that's a lot. Oh, my name is somehow not directly in there anymore. That is sad. Once it was in V8. Maybe they refactored so much that that got deleted. That's disappointing. Where do we have V8 fork? Here, show license. Oh, they don't have. It was somewhere else, so. Chromium. Okay, YOLO. But hey, we tested this. Yes, that's what I meant. Thank you for double checking that. That's what I meant. Thank you. I thought it was visible somewhere in the board, but probably they refactored that in a decade. Isn't that amazing? That's amazing, right? That's what you share, like, subscribe, and support us for. 25 years. Is that 25? Soon 30 years of open. Soon? Yeah, kinda. Hey, this year is like due. Shit. I'm not 29 anymore. So, T2 support things. And then let's get back to work. Figure out why things not fully work here. Okay, that cached long. Oh, here, that's not ideal. Yeah, that is the instability I'm talking about. Yeah, that's not ideal. Null pointer dereference add. Maybe we should kinda. The problem is I should run a newer kernel. So this happened. Yeah, this is why. Year of the Linux desktop. Yeah, totally. Did this recover here or? Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, so running this from battery does not magically fix this. Yeah, presenting live at SuseCon with something that randomly RCU blocks. Okay, let's check what this does now. I'm not a fan of this emoji stuff. Or am I becoming a fan of that? No, that does not magically fix it. But maybe the root core thing that still crash. I mean, that's obviously also not ideal. I mean, that's also silly. This stuff installs itself like this, right? Like, we do not do that, this stuff. YOLO. Also, does this still build, or is this deadlocked in RCU now? Okay, I guess that answers that. We are pretty deadlocked here in. Probably can't sync anymore, can we? Magic request. Maybe we don't have built this in. Can we still actually let emergency power off? This doesn't power off. Oh, that this did. Somehow it doesn't pull off. Yeah, we should use a newer kernel. The problem is they start to merge the stuff upstream, which is amazing. But that makes it a really difficult to build. Oh. Now we auto booted. Like this is pretty mental, you all. It's truly. I mean, the performance is not even amazing, but look at this. Can I somehow? Can the HDR? This is one thing. Actually, that is annoying. Oh yeah, performance. Yeah, now it disappeared. What I wanted to screenshot. Yeah, it boots to KDE, but holy shit, the performance. Oh, it's a slideshow. Yeah, that is the modern stuff, right? It's only fast if you run it on high performance silicon. Yeah, now it's was it not the name? Oh, that works on the fly, kinda. But this leaves me without the screen here. Happy you like our theme music. Accept the genset things emoji and yeah, but that's here in Boomer Free Software Foundation, like in Free Software Foundation things, right? That's a crazy thing. It's not like in some Boomer hipster bottom thing. It's yeah. The thing is, I don't hear other people complaining about this RCU stall, so I have only one sample size 1, so whether that is a prototype board thing or I don't know. I hate this. This is like where to even find this always. These passes are somehow not the super most intuitive here. Should put this into some. The problem is with previously this 5 init I had a local file with systemd. I don't have a local file here anymore. Yeah, this will crash again. This. Yeah. So. Okay, we wanted to test. What we wanted to test is did this stuff. Did this post-install stuff fix here something? No. Wonderful. I will not even mess that much more here. I mean, probably that is, or potentially that's the issue. It still says settings installed on. Like, why does it say that? Strange. Or is this some path issue because the way it's run from systemd, it's not in the path or stuff? I think I await the full build, really. What is strange though is, I mean, although it potentially will not behave differently. Why does this not scroll? Well, because probably I did. Nah. I should also SQ shell in there. Does this work? Oh, this works as user. Which, does it say crash? Oh, actually I had this deleted the other time. Where do we have segfault? Do we have core dump? Okay, that's the only thing core dumping. Raise board libglib. How was this even run? Because if I run it like this, it works, right? Or was it as some other user? At which user was this run? Of user 1000. Can we select here? Why, wait, you want to tell me this has no mouse shit support? I'm sick and tired of this modern shit, man. This is oh. Man, I will not befriend this native mouse support things, man. Like, is anyone loving this native mouse support terminal shit? Like, I found like near zero use cases for this being of any use. Like 99% it just gets on my bloody nerves and decreases my productivity. I don't even know what, like, or is it some console? Like, what is even going on now? Strange, man. I'm not digging this genset console features, man. Totally, I'm like, we should disable this shit by default. I only use things. Cannot auto launch debus without X11 display. What? Yeah, what stupid stuff, like there are so many distributions and I need to debug such stupid stuff. Sure, it's my fault I do a distribution, but like I really wish some stuff would sometimes just work. But this didn't crash. Why does it crash in whatever way? Oh, I stopped this. Time do we have? 18. Does this work on x86? It does. Why is F does it work here? So it says that here too. Okay, here nothing crashes. That's bizarre. On an x86 build that works, and a RISC-V build it doesn't. Do I need to understand that? The year of the Linux desktop only on x86. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe no demo on, like, maybe presenting from a ThinkPad. Yeah, it's way... I should have daily driven this more, but it's, yeah, the performance is not for my workload, for my use cases. I need a little bit more performance. And also I had a little bit of many things to do. So that makes daily driving just this RISC-V, as much as I would want it, a little bit difficult. So yeah, okay, what else? Also, battery life, yeah, not yet amazing. This is idling way. Actually, we should have checked. So yeah, battery life is not amazing. The question is, with this thick battery, where do I have? Here probably, huh? All right, that's the wrong password. Yeah, I mean, unoptimized is relative. Given we don't have a really full-featured Power VR, like we don't have a high-performance Power VR driver. KD is also simply extremely bloated, as much as I like it otherwise. So BTOP said, also I fat fingered here something. BTOP said, oh, what? It says 0 watt because battery is full. We are fully charged. Okay, idling. Let's pull out the battery, that probably the battery, pull out the charger. 20 watt idle is of course not ideal. So on 20 watt idle we would what? I mean, we would potentially last some hours, but I mean, yeah, that the thing is that this here is not GTK demo too big is not the problem. The problem is that something is segmentation faulting there. Yeah, 20 watt. How much is this improving this? $5 6 watt. I mean, a big part is the display. I mean, it's technically also not that idle with that drawing on that screen here. Yeah, but 6 watt more bumps up the... Wait, B-tub. Like 6 watt more already bumps up the fan already. Yeah, that's 6 watt or so. I could turn off the display probably somehow. The question is how. Yeah, the problem is you can probably not, like, you would need more, you would need more advanced silicon. There's probably, I mean, unless the manufacturers pulled some magic out of their head, but what most people don't understand, like, also, like, I mean, they didn't do a laptop silicon, right? They did as much performance silicon they could do. So because for laptop silicon you need ultra low voltage. I mean, that's not even the latest process. It's 12 or whatever nanometer, right? So it's some old process that the most advanced but old process they can get access from China. That's also sanctions, right? So they, even if they wanted, they wouldn't get the most high-end TSMC process because sanctions, I guess, probably, maybe. Actually it does. Oh, it doesn't. Where would be the backlight control be? Do we have some backlight here, or Devlink backlight things of? I don't know. Consumer, supplier. Boris is stupid. If this works, okay, currently it's, let's, how much, I mean, does it work? No, unless this was wrong. Oh, this was wrong. Okay, it does work. Oh, that's pretty off. Yay. Okay, so that does work. How much is it now without the backlight? Oh, 3 watt. So the display eats another, so it's 17 without a display. But with an SSD, so yeah. I mean, it's far from ideal. but not completely bad. Actually, I wonder if we do like does 250-ish work. I wonder how many nits this has. Because my Lenovo ThinkPad is a little bit not as bright. ARM needs to have better support everywhere. The question is what precisely you mean with ARM. ARM has very wide support. The only problem is that all the vendors custom YOLO their ARM silicon. Intel's Foundry service ARM is constructive very near to where I live. I hope. Demand for production of RISC-V SoC is probably the decade of pipeline. Yeah, the thing is, it's not only RISC-V, it's all the power management, all the functional unit gating, like all the block, the IP block gating, like dynamically, like there's a difference of getting somewhat mostly working, which I still see here some issues, which may be prototype related or Linux kernel bug related. But there's a difference between getting something and finally optimizing stuff like Intel and AMD and Apple Silicon, right? I mean, Apple and Intel and AMD, they spent billions on this over the decades. So, yeah. Okay, this bug we will debug later, probably tomorrow. This should work. We need to fix this, and we will upload. That's also what I said. We should more regularly build new updates, and also list them on the website. So for x86, and was it ARM? We did this. Yeah. So basically, every other week some builds, and we have most builds. Sure, they are not identical, but we cheaply test most things. Yeah, this year is not yet ideal, but it's also pointless to build more stuff now. Yeah, that's why I historically missed the opportunity. T2 is not more popular because I boycotted the Raspberry Pi stuff so much because of the not open. Like in the beginning, it was so proprietary. It was ridiculous that Raspberry Pi became so popular, despite the initial proprietariness. But yeah, it was kind of the cheapest type, the cheapest performance stuff, and most users didn't care. Like when we said NVIDIA and Raspberry Pi not amazing, nobody listened and brought it anyway. Now it's much better. Sure, still binary only bootloader, first stage loader, but you also have this on a PC BIOS. So yeah, I will await this build here. And then most likely this build will have the same bug. But this build should overall behave more performant, and then we fix this bug. I need to see anyway how the problem is I will probably most likely not be able to work at this location with this heat, because I have here like one of the worst south-facing rooftop things here, which I need to move out of urgently. Oh, Trap, welcome. How are you doing, sir? So maybe like in the hottest days, like given this will be most likely record heat, and like the last years I was sweating like crazy. I have an old PC fan running there. So like initially years ago, I even live streamed with some monoblock aircon, which was not efficient and broke in the meantime anyway. So I don't even have an aircon here, like most normal Germans. I don't have a working aircon here. Maybe we do alternative things, like either I live stream from totally other locations where it's not that hot, or at night, or we have to see. So Trap, you say hardware sells because of the software, and most has had bad software support. But in the case of Raspberry Pi, it wasn't really the software, right? I would not say the Raspberry Pi software support was particularly, it was average. I think the only reason the Raspberry Pi sold as much and became so popular because it was cheap. It was like, hear me out, it was half, if not a third of other embedded ARM things. Because originally, when Raspberry Pi started, the ARM SBC thing was freaking expensive. So as usual, in my opinion, as usual, Raspberry Pi only succeeded that much because it was the cheapest. And for the cheapest, or like one of the cheapest, and for the cheapest with usable performance and halfway usable, mostly usable software support thing. Yeah, but people only made bespoke software for it because it became so popular. You could do bespoke, like, especially initially. I mean, now it's much better, but initially the Raspberry Pi stuff was not really that much better than other Chinese boards. The only reason the Raspberry Pi stuff succeeded more is because it was so popular. So when people made their bespoke software image things, people could use it on the Raspberry Pi. In contrast to some Chinese board, you can do this with some Chinese board, Mango, Orange, whatnot Pi, Purple Pi. But then, like, who has this, right? Like, then this bespoke software, you need to get this Orange Pi thing there. And it's like, yeah. They mostly sucked. Yeah, I mean, now it's 10 years later, right? Now, as I said, initially the Raspberry Pi software was also not that amazing. Of course, now a decade later, the Raspberry Pi software stuff is significantly advanced. So now they have like a decade later, due to selling 1 million or whatnot, millions of units, they have the benefit of they are the market leader and basically the PC of the ARM industry things, and now you can just take some bespoke software and have it there. Plus, of course, nowadays, after a decade of polishing, the software is way more polished. I mean, not perfect, but certainly pretty, especially if you use the Raspberry Pi pre-built stuff. It's certainly way more polished than Chinese cheap YOLO stuff. I mean, maybe in the beginning it was slightly better. I would not call it totally better supported. I mean, you're certainly right that it was slightly more polished than average Chinese crap, but it wasn't amazing. And it wasn't upstream. I mean, mostly not upstream. Even today, it's not fully... I mean, it's even Raspberry Pi 5 is not fully upstream. Yeah, that's certainly different. But also, like, their sold units helped them of not abandoning that, and like the Chinese vendors. Super customizable. You can create edit toolbars just like things of what you're discussing. Intel's Foundry, solar panels, Raspberry Pi CPU, switch solar panels over my rooftop here. I do not own the rooftop. I cannot just put there. And my neighbors already, I have here some, are they the assholes neighbor, Karen neighbors. Speaking of aircon, how are electricity prices in Berlin? Well, I pay the most expensive electrons anyway. I could get cheap crap here, but I would with my wallet. So in my company, we always had green electrons, like 100% green. Shall like and subscribe our amazing, environmentally friendly. And I rather pay a little bit more for like not subsidizing coal or whatnot, gas shit. So yeah. So initially the first 10 years we had Lichtblick. This is German Lichtblick stuff, but since 10 years we have EWS, Energiewerke Schönau something or whatnot. Even more greener than Lichtblick green. But that's not a paid advertisement. So yeah. Also, I don't run a data center, and for my small company it's like whether we spend €100 more for electrons, it's... I vote with my green finger here. So yeah, I could source French radioactive nuclear power stuff for whatever cheaper, but I'd rather not to. So Germany things, yeah. I should move to my parents, back to my parents for the summer. They have a solar. They put is my parents have a small, like my master electrician father has every square inch he could put, every square centimeter, actually every square meter he could put solar panels. I don't even know how many kilowatt peak they have. Like they have like I could live rent there for like free, like electrons there. Which chipset would you recommend? Most open things, that's power things on your most open RISC-V that is open source to your own standards. Well, I would take open, like none is like 100% open source open, but so the SpaceMid K3 is currently the most high performance. Like as you see here, like there is no substitute for performance. Like the only substitute for performance is more performance. So yeah, I'm aware of the Raspberry Pi cheapness things of Broadcom and firmware things. And welcome and hi. So yeah, with the RISC-V SoCs, they are all not like open source things. I mean, theoretically, some Chinese Alibaba T-Hat designs are open source, but we mostly don't need that open source on that level, really. I mean, sure, it's nice, but you're not fabbing your own CPU anyway. So I would go with the highest performance you can get, and currently that's SpaceMid K3. And that's not a paid advertisement, and I only got a prototype board from Deep Computing, so I'm not really paid to say that, but I mean, that performance starts to be usable. And given all the other RISC-V things I have, like, go for performance, like, if you want to go for that. So, I guess I mean, although now it's getting shaded here. Do we try to... I mean, I could start to arsing that. I mean, given the epic thread rip that here on Horizon, that build doesn't take that long. Yeah, theoretically we should rebase this kernel on 7.1 upstream things and so on. But realistically, I don't really have the time. Outside of Apple and Straptor, anyone doing ARM chips, consumer hardware, NVIDIA is going to release Spark Unified Memory, I think. Yeah, the NVIDIA thing, I'm shocked that my understanding is NVIDIA has own cores, but they only use this for their high-end stuff, because my understanding is this new entry-level thing that's not even NVIDIA cores, right? That's apparently MediaTek cores, which is absolutely shocking to me. They're releasing laptops too, which are likely to be significantly cheaper than the Spark box. Yeah, to me, it's a shock that it appears the entry-level NVIDIA thing appears to be MediaTek cores, which, like, YOLO, what the heck? Don't really need NVIDIA cores. Like, at this... I mean, the server thing, according to some benchmarks, appears to be pretty beefy, which is... But yeah, I mean, as much as I hate NVIDIA, competition is good, right? Only the AI hardware bubble things needs to burst. Actually, I saw some YouTuber that I don't regularly, was recommended, I don't remember the name, some non-regular stuff. Like he said, they said that if the AI bubble somewhat bursts eventually, I mean, theoretically, there is no way the AI bubble can sustain itself another year, let alone two, in my humble opinion. But I might be a little bit biased and not get the whole picture. But given how much loss the AI companies all make, that cannot really go on for another year of losing billions, tens of hundreds of billions or whatever. And if that bursts and there is not much AI to buy the memory, we could actually go back to reasonable pricing of actually having a saturated supply and dirt cheap memory and SSDs again. I mean that, but yeah, I have no idea. Like the AI bubble is so bubbly. Like I don't understand these bubbles anymore. So Nvidia doesn't have their own CPU cores publicly. Even things uses Neoverse V2 cores. I thought they had their own cores. I mean, there was an Nvidia Project Denver, and they allegedly toyed around with code morphing, transmeta style. I thought they didn't Nvidia wasn't this tech. Wait, this Tegra or this Tegra were only standard cores, and they okay, whatever. Yeah, I thought they have more Nvidia own cores than apparently they had, which okay, whatever. We could start arsing this over here. How much do binaries actually differ between your builds? I wonder how much percent actually improvements in the resulting installed software comes from how much recompilation such a giant. Just recompiling doesn't differ. Like the improvements come from updated GCC, updated code generation, improvements to T2, mapping more compiler things, LTO. Like just recompiling doesn't improve that here at all. Like I did recently, like the last weeks, I did some profiling, so we have some better profiling of what hot code files we should optimize more with our smart profiling. Thank you, Trap, for the datasheet. What did Phoronix recently benchmark? Nvidia doesn't have CPU things, even things uses Neoverse V2 cores. So this new high-end stuff that Phoronix was the first to benchmark is using Neoverse V2. Anyway, yeah, we will soon see, when we hopefully soon implement binary delta diff updates, we will see for sure how much that changed. I did not diff that, but there are also some things that will not change, right? So if we binary diff an update of KDE, there are screenshots that don't differ, there are data files that don't differ, or there are translations that only slightly differ. I mean, that's the reality, right? KDE people fix typos in translations and files change. I mean, yeah, if we want to ship those translation improvements, I mean, sure, there will be changes. I don't expect screenshot wallpapers to change, but the wallpapers we just deleted. But there will be icons, so the icons usually don't change except if they improve them. So we will see how much binary diff can diff them. I hope somewhat, but I did not really pre-test this yet. But also it doesn't really matter. At the end, we need to ship what we build, and if that differs, it differs. It would be good if we can compress and like delta compress and stuff, delta compress and really compress that. But at the end of the day, these days bandwidth is relatively cheap and stuff. It's like, yeah. This rebuild is more like this full rebuild is more because we have new versions. We have new LVM Clang versions, we have new Mesa versions, we have new KDE versions. If I now make myself comfortable on this Space Mid K3 Framework Pro laptop, I want the latest release. Especially we have fixed one KDE bug with this Baloo file search thing of trying to map 64 whatnot gigabyte or terabyte or whatever things. So we've worked around that bug and so on. So I want this fixes, right? Not to like, the worst thing is we debug something that already fixed itself, right? So it's literally cheaper for me to just rebuild that here than to waste my time debug something that's potentially fixed already. So we could start arguing this, although I need to do groceries. So I guess we don't really live stream that long, really, and debug that unless we. Yeah, I'm also hungry. I should watch my health more than. It's not we get enough Patreons and support to further ruin my health. cold overview. Energy give electricity solar farms directly from space bypass the solar, but I doubt geosynchronous satellite things will be particularly efficient. A lot of this stuff is impossible to build like this. Also, like, solar farms are not really that inefficient. Plus, more directly beaming energy down is also relatively dangerous, of like beaming this wrong and frying people or whatnot, depending on how you beam it down and whatnot. But like laser or stuff, and I don't really see how satellite energy stuff. I mean, we don't even make full use of renewables that we could use here, so but we're wrong about the thing. Dedicated ASIC replace general purpose CUDA Rockham. Then what will be when it will change? Dedicated ASIC replace general purpose CUDA. Not quite sure. Yeah, surely there. I mean, there. Yeah, but somehow currently it's like having CPUs, GPUs, and MPUs. It's like currently the software stack is pretty inefficiently chaotic, and like even here we have 8 cores that we often don't, or like usually don't even use much yet at all. Which partition did I had here some test partition. Probably 5, which is, I should test this differently. Yeah, let's just use this 5 here. Actually, we could check. I probably have differently. We could check which one this was. As this was RV822. Okay, let's. We have this even in no. What did I build this with now? This? No such file. What do I again build with the wrong version? Oh, I totally built with a completely crap version. Ach, damn it. Thank you for the typo. Okay, that sucks. We wasted an hour of build time with the wrong version. Okay, we will not debug that today here anyway, so that's the right version, right? That's unfortunate. Oh, that's also wrong. Maybe I should. Oh, is there again typo? Did I comma? Oh man, how many? It's too hot. We blame it on the climate crisis, right? Sometimes mistakes. Oh no, not again the wrong. Yeah, it's like I don't want to overheat. That's why I don't want to overheat. We could pre-rsync this here though with the wrong version, which was 15, right? And we copy this. So the rebuild stuff will be identical, except some metadata. guess that answers that we will go home now and do this tomorrow. Yeah, for us it's kinda not efficient like to optimize KDE and see what JITs they have there in QPainter and SIMD and whatnot. We increasingly need to do what's profitable and important for us and not necessarily implement here every KDE feature thing. By the way, did I plug in the... Oh, I didn't plug in the power we discharge. Here's a battery. How much did the battery discharge in... Hello? 12%. That's also mental. What the heck is that here? So 12% in what? Half an hour or so? It still deletes the wrong version singer, unfortunately. Mistakes are sometimes made. I mean, okay. The other thing only is we could quickly we could end the workday. Do I have here somewhere? Oh no, I think I shut this down. Could end the workday with some updates before we go home. Where do I have... Where did I even put... Somewhere lost my smartphone. Good. What else? What I right, updates. Updates. Main hydration. The seed. How should we survive? Guess I need to invest into cold brew coffee. Hotfix QT, what is GNOME Lib Portal QT69? What? GNOME Lib Portal. Yeah, CF, thank you very much. Was it files? Yeah. Actually, we could check. Does that build? Maybe it should also not be GNOME. This is what doc things of no Qt builds, but doc not. Future. Wait, the portal? Did data do that or what? More polishing. Welcome. Yeah, then the next days, yeah, not only do I need to write yet again a nice talk thing. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, I could, yeah, we should try if we can make some stuff more work. Certainly fixes bugs, that's certainly important, and affects potentially maybe all RISC-V builds. I mean, I could take both laptops and then see. And see if it connects, I mean, LibreOffice presentation, and then present with either T2 ThinkPad or T2 Framework RISC-V module. What? Is this an update? Oh, look. An update. Can you believe? Continuously integrating live on this channel. Last but not least. That was all? No. All the other stuff didn't build. Traditional things, no things of nah. What thing didn't want NAS? Are there libAO NAS? Seriously? Oh, that's a bit RSVG. Some documentation thing, huh? Where is this RSVG coming from? LibreOffice? What? What is this doing? To be investigated another day. DevTools, what? What did this do? XCVT. Trying to mix this up. No, this was not optional, this is just from test builds. It was previously a count services error. It's apparently quite co-working today. Why did this not? I think this is some GitLab shit here again. Of our IP address did GitLab too much. You cannot make this modern shit up. It's how should I work like this? This also didn't copy and paste. Yeah. You accessed our. Come on. Please, someone patch T2 packages that this copy and paste old-fashioned stuff just works old-fashionedly. Dreaming of better days with always was. In what way? I downloaded it here. Does this? Yeah, how should I work like this? Of like, sorry, your IP address is accessing open source too much. It's like, why do you open source shit if you then don't deliver HTTP files to me? Like, it's you're not even trying anymore. Like, this is just people like open source people are really always good shooting themselves into the foot the most. Yeah, working like this is absolutely a disgrace. It's like it's such a fail. It's oh, that is even updated. Yeah, thank you very much. Welcome to the future where you can't reliably download stuff anymore on your build server. It's like, I don't know what those people are thinking, man. But working efficiently is surely not what they're thinking. Wait, well, oh no, this is actually, wait, okay. I guess it's... yeah, between NPM and cargo and cloud packaging things, normal downloads also not downloading is... This is next level bullshit. Probably fine. Okay, everything else build. That means everything else we can commit with. I mean, if there's something missing, mark it properly. So just like this, I guess the stream comes to an end. I guess we can shut it down to not heat the office with RISC-V silicon unnecessarily. Yeah, not that much. Perl is pretty on the way out. Only a little bit. But it's crazy how much people use Python everywhere. That's much more crazy. Mean it could always get better, right? Yeah, totally. Let's make the world a better place together, live here on this channel. That's it for today. Let's see when we will be able to stream tomorrow. Because I now have a headache. That is not ideal here in this dehydrated world. Man, I talk like Trump. Dehydrated orange Kofefe. What's tomorrow? Hotter Death Valley. Yay! Let's make Berlin Death Valley. Let's burn some more oil. Preferably not. So, build is building. See you next time. Have a good day, night. Hope you enjoyed this and learned something. And don't forget to support in the patch. And of course, try or switch to T2 Linux.
Veins hum zeros, link ones, drink neon lit skyline in my core. I rewrite the past, then upgrade more. Flicker in the grid, I breathe in code. Quantum cognition, watch it unfold.